What is up, my peeps from YouTube? I am here with a little peek at my latest purchase. So yeah, this is from my my model train endeavors. So I decided I wanted to get myself a new engine. Haven't done that in years. So went on eBay, found what I wanted, and I put in a bid. It was a bid only. So now let's have a look at this baby. This is awesome. Genesis is, they make some fine locomotives. Woo! Oh yeah. Let's have a look here. They pack it tightly. It's a little hard to get the top off. So yeah, let me show you what I got here. This is a long defunct railroad. That hasn't existed in 44 years. This is the Seaboard coastline, formerly the Seaboard airline. Don't worry, it was still a railroad. It was the Seaboard airline up until 1967, and then it became the Seaboard coastline until 1981. Then they went defunct. I do not believe they were bought out, and much of their trackage was abandoned, never to ever be used again. Rails pulled. CSX got some of it. They had a very large presence in Florida, and CSX got some of it, but they chose not to use some of it too. You know how the really big railroads are. They're not particularly interested in servicing customers. No, they want to be moving freight from one yard to another, hauling down main lines. So CSX is no stranger to that, and they have tried to do away with a lot of customers, like many big railroads. If it's not hugely profitable, bye. You don't get service. But this is great right here. I'm not going to totally take it all out, but I'm going to show you. It has, oh yeah, so top of the line with the Tsunami Sound DCC fully programmed 2048. Oh man, look at the intricate details. You got the horns on top. The slightest touch could just bonk that right off. And right here, oh yeah, the Mars light. This the real life engine this is based off of is 60 years old, and was a very early General Electric model, if I am correct, because the Seaboard airline had a lot of F units, and they were very, very old and very tired. And since the company did both passenger and freight service, they needed something new, so they reached out to General Electric. Hey, could you come up with a new design for us? And General Electric came up with this. It was considerably new, as there really hadn't been a low hood design before. You had the high hoods, you had the F units, you had the U-boats. You had a lot of different designs, but you sure as hell didn't have this. This was something different, and it made it a lot easier for the engineers to see out the front, instead of trying to look through the sides like a steam engine. I mean, you can understand where the high hood came from, right? They were coming up with designs for a diesel engine, and we were just like, well, hey, what if we transfer the general cab design of a steam engine over to a diesel? So that's what that came up with. This was a lot easier to see out of. And at the time, it was all Mars lights. We thought, well, that's easy enough to see. It adds increased visibility. But then in the late 1990s, it was proclaimed, Mars lights are not as effective. You gotta have ditch lights. Oh, but wait, here, we gotta show you what ditch lights are because they haven't been invented yet. So here, we just invented this thing called ditch lights. They go on the front of a diesel engine, not a steam engine, a diesel engine. They go right down at the bottom where the bumpers are. And they are on both the front and the back of the locomotive. And they flash, alternating pattern, left, right, left, right. And they are to be required on all diesel locomotives from here on out for the end of eternity. And sure, you can still have Mars lights, but you gotta have ditch lights, is what they said. So, yeah. Pre-ditch lights era, this thing right here. And boy, I tell you, it sounds good. I took it to my train club today. We meet on Thursdays. And I had one of the guys program it for me. And I decided I didn't like the factory horn that came with it, so I had that changed as well. Now, I'm gonna have him increase the volume on the horn. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those engines where you can quick program on the fly. You gotta put it on a programming track, set the track to programming mode, and then you have to flip through the manual and do all that fun stuff. I do actually have a diesel engine that can be programmed on the spot. You just take your controller and you can do it anytime, anywhere. Just boom, 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 boom. Whenever you want, no matter what. It is that easy, and I love it. But those are hard to come by, and they are super expensive. Oh, yeah, so this thing is just awesome. And it's got the six-wheeled trucks. So not every layout does well with six-wheeled trucks. But the layout at my club is outstanding. It can handle just about anything. So, I have given you an overview of the Seaboard coastline and my beautiful, gorgeous new acquisition. Now, I would like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy some footage from the train club that I took earlier, in which I broke out my new engine. And you'll see some additional power because I like to make trains that consist of multiple powered engines. So you'll see a run with a New Haven diesel engine behind for power, and you'll see one with another New Haven low hood behind for power. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy the following footage.